The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, one of the most iconic film scores of all time, and today we're breaking it down on the ukulele. Have you seen the movie? If so, what's your favorite scene? Tell us in a comment below. If you like this kind of content, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a lesson. All the tabs on the screen, but you can get a printable version for this lesson and all our lessons, including our previous ones, by becoming a Patreon with links here in the notes. Cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger. Go ahead and check the links in the description as well, and you'll see my email if you want some Skype or Zoom lessons one-on-one. Let's do it. Grab your ukulele, brain and attention span. Once you have those three things, follow me on in and let's break this lesson down together. Come on in. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to break this tune down 4 measures at a time. Our first 4 measures, you're going to see we have the first 2 have these little X's, and that means a mute. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hand, lay it over the 4 strings, and we're going to play the C string like this. But I'm not actually applying any pressure from my left hand. I'm just letting it touch the strings so I get this muted sound. And what's happening is our string is unable to vibrate, and that's where we get that sound from. And we're going to play it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. First 2, easy peasy. Then we're going to take our ring finger up here and put it on the 5th fret of the E and the A string. I prefer my ring finger. If it's easier for you to use your index finger, that's fine. I like the ring finger because it makes it easier to get back to the next piece. And you're going to go from the E string to the A string to the E string to the A string to the E string. 1 E and a 2. And the 3rd time you play the E string, you're going to let that note ring out. 1 E and a 2, 3, 4. The 4th beat, you're going to go down, index finger, 1st fret of the E string, middle finger, 2nd fret of the C string, and you're going to play them both. And I'm using my thumb to play the C string and my index to play the E string. And then I flip over into a G chord and take my thumb and I strum the first 3 strings. I want this G note here to shine. So by using my thumb to strum these 3 strings, and not playing the high string up here, the highest note you hear is this G. And your ear kind of gravitates towards the highest note. So we strum through with our thumb, use that A string as a trapeze, then we come down and we play the 2nd fret here of the C string, and we let that ring 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those 4 measures, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1, E and a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next 4 measures, we bring them up, and we start off the D minor the same, and then we go the same, but instead of playing a G, we're going to put our 3rd finger on the same note, 3rd finger, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E, but you're going to play the open G and C string. And then you're going to take your ring finger, roll over, and play the 3rd fret of the high A. So you get. So those first 2, 1 E and a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we bring up the next, or we're looking at the next 2 measures. This is familiar again. And then we're going to go down and play the 1st fret of the E string again, but this time instead of the 2nd fret here, we're going to pluck the 3rd fret of the high G. And I'm using my thumb on the high G and my index on the E string. Then right after that, you'll bring your middle finger up, and I just have my middle finger here out of habit. You can use just these 2 fingers if it's easier for you, because we're only playing those 2 notes. Then your middle finger is going to come grab the 2nd fret of the G string, and you're going to play the same 2 strings. And then you'll roll your middle finger over and play the 2nd fret of the C string, and then pull off to open. Like that. So you'll go 1 and 2. So those second 2 measures, 1 E and a 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4. We put those 2 together, those 2 sections of 4 measures, we get 1 E and a 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2, 3, 4, 1 E and. Oops. I said it right, but I played it right, but I said it wrong. It's 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I played it correctly, but I said the wrong names and numbers. So those are those 4 measures. The next 4. We're actually going to play just the first 3 of these 4 because these 3 would be where we go back to the start at the beginning. We do this again. G chord, 1 E and a 2, 3, 4. Do that G chord thing again, and we use our thumb to stop on the A string, only the first 3 strings. And then we're going to play the 2nd fret, which we're already fretting of the C string 2 times. 1 and 2, 3, 4. And then we do our muted. And it goes back to the top, and we go right back into this piece. So let's go ahead and put that all together and see how that sounds from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go into part B of the song. So let's break down part B. We have these 4 measures up here. You're going to see that measure 11, you're actually going to skip this time. You only play that when you go back to the start of it. And you're going to make a D chord, D minor, and you're going to strum through it 1. Well, on the first beat, you're going to first time through, all the way through with your thumb, because you want the A string to shine. So you go 1. Then on the second beat, you're going to use your index finger. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So the second beat, index finger, 2, open C, 2nd fret of the C string, open high A, 1st fret, and then you make a C chord and strum all the way through. So you get 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. And then that C chord rings out for a whole measure. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we bring up the next 4, and we see that C that was ringing out, and then we do the exact same move again. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring up the next 4 measures, and you see O, 8, 9. And really, this comes from fretting the 7th fret of the A string, 8th of the E, 9th of the C, but we're going to remove our index finger. We're going to strum 9, 8, O, and then we'll get our index finger down, play the 7th fret, 8th fret, and then 10th fret with our pinky. So that measure really slow, you get 1, and 2, and 3, 4. It'll go 3, 4, and then you'll come up and grab the 12th fret of the A string and let that ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to finish this here. Fret the 7th fret of the G string and get your middle finger on the 8th fret of the A. And you're going to pluck them both at the same time and slide your middle finger down to the 7th fret. When you do that, your pinky is going to come up and grab the 10th fret of the E string. Okay, and that's a 1 E and 2, 3 and. Then you're going to play the 10th fret of the A string against the open G, and you're going to pluck and pull from 10 to 7. So you get, okay, 1 E and 2, 3 and 4. 1 E and 2, 3 E and 4. 1 E and 2, 3 and 4. 1 E and 2, 3 and 4. That happens 2 times. And then the 3rd time, we're going to mix it up, and it's actually going to double the speed, and we're going to play it 2 times in 1 measure. So let's bring up the next 4 measures. Okay, so as you can see from the first measure that we've already played that 1 time. But then you're looking at the next measure in these 4, and you're going to go 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. To do that same motion 2 times in 1 measure. And that measure, the second bar of these 4, is the hardest in the tune. Then we have this really cool kind of movement down a scale, but it goes down, up, that goes. Eighth fret of the A string, 10th fret of the E. 7th fret of the A, 8th fret. 8, 10, 7, 8. After that, back to the 10, 7, 8, 5, 7. So kind of consider that a halfway point and try to memorize that. Because once you get there, on the next measure, you're going to go open G string, open A string, 1st fret of the E, 3rd fret, open E, 1st fret, 2nd, and then as you see, you're just going to strum an A, and that's actually going to ring out for 8 beats, 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these 4 measures, nice and slow. 1 E and 2, 3 and 4. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then cool. All right, so let's try to put all of part B together. All of part B, 1 time together, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it, part B. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where you would start and repeat it if you want. I like to, after strumming that A, I like to finish like this. Exactly how I played, and that's how I like to finish the song. 10thumbspro.com. Thank you for watching. Catch you next Wednesday or next Saturday for next lesson. Have a lovely day. Take care of yourselves. Cool, everyone. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of this tutorial. Here at 10thumbspro.com, your learning is important to us, so we're grateful that you made it to the very end. Keep on rocking and rolling. Keep on loving life, and we're going to catch you next Wednesday or next Saturday for ukulele, Monday for guitar. Let us know what you want to learn in the comments below. And until next time, we'll see you for the next lesson. Think about becoming a Patreon. Life is good. Take care of yourselves.